Alright, this time I'm working off with something that inspired me. So, see that alright? So this dagger looking thing, that's what I'm going to try to make today. I saw that. It's kind of pretended to be a knapped stone. I like that a lot. And I'm thinking that that railroad spike can be moved into that kind of thing. So this is my attempt for today. Alright, first thing I want to try to do is flatten that head out into that curve. So that's what we're going to start on. What I want to do is I want to flatten it this way. So that's the plan, without rolling it. And move all that steel into part of the knife. Here. So you can kind of see I already had the shape started there. That's the plan for step one. Alright, hit it with a grinder a little bit just to start putting a little shape to it, but we're going to forge it out a little bit more, try to get that shape a little more uniform. I'll tell you one thing, an 88-degree day is not a good day to be sitting in front of a forge. It is what it is, what it is. So I'm trying to flatten out the handle part now to the thickness that I want it to be perceived to be. So again, I'm getting the handle flattened out, trying to make it as tall as possible without going too thin. And then probably the handle will come out to about here, and then we'll take the blade in the opposite direction. Alright, so I'm working on flattening out the handle because that blade is supposed to be like a dagger-like with edges going both ways. I'm going to squeeze the material in an opposite direction. Because right now the flat is on top. I don't want that. I want the point on top. So I'm going to squeeze that around, almost like twisting it. Get it forged out to length, and then get it tapered down the best I can, and then try to put those napping marks in. So I got, I think, the rough shape that I want and the thickness that I want for the handle. So I do need to step down for the blade. So I'm going to flip this around and start stretching this blade. Actually, I'm going to kink it in the opposite direction. So this corner will be folded in. Hopefully I'll end up with a corner on the top. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is flatten this thing out because I don't want it any wider than the handle is right now. So I need to stretch that out. Alright, so I stretched that out a little bit, and it's okay that it's wider here because the blade is actually supposed to be wider. So again, I'm trying to get that blade, the widest part, not much wider than the handle part is going to be. Alright, I'm going to try just playing with that point a little bit, just to get it working down where it's supposed to be. So I can start to see this thing take shape. Get an idea of where everything's going to end up here. Starting to bevel out the sides of the knife a little bit, just to get where I want that center to be higher. It's got to be pretty darn steep. Pretty darn steep because I want that center higher. So, I don't know if you can see that high spot in the center. Nice thing about this knife is I want the blade to be kind of rough when I get done. So it's looking pretty good right now. I'm going to take the surface grinder. I'm going to work on those bevels a little bit. Alright, I just kind of worked on those bevels with the grinder just to give them a little more shape. I got a bit of a bend down here that I need to take out, so I'm going to do that now. I don't want to go too thin yet, but I just want to get the shape where I need it to be. Alright, to cut in the detail of the handle, I'm going to use a worn out blade here on a cutoff disc. I need to be pretty damn delicate with what I'm doing. So I put the relief in for the handles, roughed them in with a grinder. So I think at this point what I'd like to do, actually I gotta distress this bulk in a little bit because that's supposed to be just a gentle curve out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then I'm going to put the napping in on the blade. Alright, some more straightening. Got a bit of a twist in there I got to take out. But the shape of the handle should be pretty damn close. I'm going to heat that up, take that one little twist out, and then I'll get on that napping. Alright, I got it straightened up. The way I like it. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit the sander with it and get it cleaned up because I want those naps to be really smooth. I don't want a lot of brush marks in there, so I'm going to put it on the sander for that. Alright, we got the shape in. I'm really liking it. It feels good in the hand already. So, except for the final sanding in there, which I'll probably have to do by hand. I didn't want to take any more steel out, so there's going to be some forging marks, which is too bad. It's not kind of what I wanted, but for now I think it's okay.